Hi you guys, how are you? I have missed you. It's Jennifer here, and it's been a while since I did a video, but my family is all out of the house and it's a gorgeous day out, so I thought I would do a quick video because there's a lot on my mind and I've missed you and I wanted to give you guys like a little kind of catch up with me kind of time. So my name is Jennifer and I had VSG surgery on January 23rd, 2017. So it is, 14, 15 months post-op. So I had a highest weight of 261 pounds and a surgery weight of 250. I am currently at actually 165 pounds, which is 2 pounds up from my last video. But I can kind of, I haven't been too good about turning down a few things, and so I kind of understand why that is, but it's something I would want to address at this video too. So today I want to talk about something. As you know, my daughter Amanda, who is 21 years old, is embarking on the weight loss journey surgery herself. So next week she has her first what is it called, the nutrition classes, and then she's got 4 months because she's already done private nutrition counseling, so she's got 4 months and then she'll be going to surgery. But what it's doing is it's causing me to sort of reflect on some of the things that I've done, and the doctor is directing her to get the same surgery that I had and a lot of you had, which is VSG, where we had actually wanted to go with gastric bypass for her because she is actually starting at a higher weight than I did. So, and she has a little bit more food addiction issues that I haven't really had to face too much. So we were thinking that for her, but because she does take medication that she'll have to be taking for the rest of her life, and it has to absorb well, so that the doctor is recommending the VSG surgery. So there are 2 things that I told her today that as soon as I said it to her, I was like, you know what, people need to hear this, and I think it's a good reminder even for us that have had the VSG surgery in the past, as sort of like a good sort of reminder about why we do certain things and why we should do certain things. The first thing I want to talk to you about is exercise. From the get-go, we are told to exercise, exercise, exercise. Before we go into this world of VSG surgery or having weight loss surgery, for weight loss, we are programmed that we must exercise in order to lose weight. So that really messed with me. It really messed with my head because I was like, wait a minute, I am losing tons of weight, but I'm not exercising. So why should I have to exercise? I'm losing plenty of weight. And I didn't really want to, I'm already kind of have some health issues that makes me very fatigued, and I have some pain in my body that makes it a little more difficult. So, well, since I'm already losing weight, why should I exercise? Well, I now understand that the reason why exercise is so crucial for weight loss patients is not for necessarily weight loss. It can help with getting over a stall or getting, maybe higher numbers, but generally speaking, it's my feeling that diet is much more important. However, there is the humongous issue that I am now facing, and a lot of you might be facing, and maybe some of you could avoid having to face if you take this little bit of advice from me, is the reason why we need to exercise after having weight loss surgery is not necessarily for weight loss. It is to maintain the muscle on our bodies. That is number 1 key. I'm going to show you something. It's not like graphic or anything. I'm just going to show you my arms real quick. I want to preface that by saying that before I had surgery, I had a very muscular physique. I had a job that prior to going paperless, which has been a kind of a problem for me because I'm not getting as much exercise, where I would have to carry heavy files from place to place. So I had to pull files off shelf, put them all, sort them all out, take them, because I do work for a court, and it was basically the court files. That was my job, is processing all the paperwork, getting everybody ready for court, getting all the paperwork, getting the petitions into the system, prepping the calendar, prepping the files, doing all of that related to the hearing. So, you know, when we see on TV that they're having like a court hearing, well, there could be 30, 40 cases on calendar, and that means that there were 30 or 40 files. Now those files could be itty bitty or they could be whomping. So it was very heavy lifting for me every single day, multiple times a day. So I actually had very strong arms. Well, now if you look at my arms, now it's kind of hard to tell. Let me see if I stood up. No, I guess you really can't tell as much. But when I look at my arms, looking down onto my arm, you can kind of see it. See, like there? That is why you need to exercise. Even if I flex, that's flexing, you guys. That is flexing. There is like very little muscle. And there's, see, a lot of drooping skin. That's from almost 100-pound weight loss. So the reason why we exercise is we need to maintain that muscle. And so if you haven't had your surgery yet, or I'm going to immediately start some exercise program. I don't know what it is yet, but I know that I need to work on this exercise issue. So I will be encouraging my daughter to exercise, because the muscle will go, because we go through a period of eating so few calories that our body needs to be fed. We need to function. And so our bodies, it will burn whatever it can. First, it's the fat, but it also hits that muscle. And we need that muscle for our long-term wellness. And so it's so important to start the exercise. The second thing that I really, really regret is, you guys, a lot of you know that so I'm, what, 14, January, February, March, April, May, June. So, gosh, that's like a year and a half. Wow. Time flies. Time really flies. So like a year and 5 months post-op. So you guys, a lot of you know that I actually changed my diet from being a regular, I leaned much more towards low-carb keto lifestyle prior to having surgery. After surgery, my body didn't like the meat. It didn't like the fats. It didn't like the meat. So I'd get an upset stomach. And so I've had to transition to a vegetarian lifestyle. I think that has had another component of sort of some of the muscle loss that I'm currently encountering, but also I feel like I'm eating a lot of carbs. My diet consists of eating carbs. When you're not eating meat, you're eating vegetables. I eat fruit, I eat vegetables, but I do eat pasta, I eat bread, because I need like food. And so times that I would go and have beef jerky, I now might get a cheese stick, but having a better plan of action. Now, I know that for me, it was unexpected. It was unplanned. It was not, it was definitely a physiological need change that I needed from my body for me to feel well. That's why I went vegetarian. I was also hoping to reduce inflammation in my body, because I do have an autoimmune disease that causes a lot of joint pain. However, I would say zero impact on that. Everything has been just my tummy. My tummy feels a lot better now without eating meat. But I think having a better idea of how I was going to eat would have been more beneficial. If I had known I was vegetarian, it would have been easier for me to transition prior to surgery, and have kind of know how to be a vegetarian, because I don't feel like I'm a very good vegetarian right now, because I don't feel like I'm getting my good nutrition. But so I have started implementing more of the Atkins shakes, the Premier Protein shakes. Anytime I can add extra protein powders to anything, I always do. My first line of snacking is usually related to cheese, because my body, okay, so get this. Pre-surgery, I could not tolerate cheese. And now post-op, I seem to be able to tolerate cheese like just fine. Sorry, I've got like a straggler hair on my arm that's just tickling the heck out of me, so I keep messing with it, sorry. But so those are my two things. I wish that I had started exercising straight away. Pre-op, I wish I had started exercising so that I would already have been like maybe in a routine. And I wish that I had had a better understanding of the dietary changes, and having maybe a plan. Like, you can't really expect, I mean, I think that we should all, if you are pre-op, understand that your body might not tolerate the foods that you are eating currently. So now you've had surgery. Now, of course, like the first couple of months, your body's going to be all whack. And so you can't really use that as a good determination on what your body can tolerate long term. It wasn't until about 6 months post-op that I was like, this is like a chronic stomach ache that I get when I eat meat. This is happening every single time that I eat meat or a high fat food. Like, for instance, for a long time, I can now eat a small bit of avocado, but before, if I would eat a little bit of avocado, I would have a little tiny piece, and it felt like I just ate 5 avocados. And our tummies are like tiny. So imagine the feeling of feeling like you just ate 5 avocados. It was just very uncomfortable. For the quantity of food I was eating, I felt extraordinarily uncomfortable. And so it wasn't worth it. But now it just occurred to me last night, I had a garden burger that my husband had made for me for dinner, and I had actually put a little bit of avocado on it, and I didn't have any problem. So, and who knows, it's like, as time progresses, maybe I can start adding in a little bit more of the higher fat items, like maybe go ahead and have some guacamole, if we go out or something. It's the little things like that. Meat to me is still doesn't sound very appetizing. I think maybe because I've just not been eating meat for a while now. But I think that for my daughter who's starting this journey, that those are the 2 things I'll be telling her, is the exercise and the diet. Basically, and I don't want this to sound bad, but it's like, get your act together beforehand, and don't feel like you can just simply eat less of crappy food, because eating less of crappy food, it's not going to be long term. Now, I'll be honest with you, you could very well lose weight doing that for a period of time, but there is going to come that time when all of a sudden, like right now, I feel like I'm sort of right on the edge where if I don't make some changes to my diet now, because I don't consider myself eating crappy food. Like, for instance, because I'm vegetarian, it actually limits what I can eat. Like, I don't eat fast food burgers. I don't, but I'll be completely honest. For a treat, every like couple of weeks, I'll have some McDonald's French fries as like a treat. Or every couple of weeks I'll have, maybe iced coffee from McDonald's. And this is often sometimes when my kids are going out or something, and I'm like, hey, I'm working hard today. Why don't you just grab me this? Because it just sounds good. At work, we have a lot of goodie days. I'll tell you, I have definitely partaken in the goodie days, and I will have, a donut one every couple of weeks or something. It's not anything I feel like I don't do anything on a daily basis. However, just having that little bit of a jump from 162 to 163 over, like, it took me like a month. And then like in the past month and a half, I've gained a couple more pounds. So going up to 165, it's a little scary. It's scary to be, where I'm at post-op and then be seeing the number kind of increase. So, but this video is getting long, so I'm gonna cut it short. But I really missed you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hello to my new subscribers. I hope you are doing great. Leave any questions down below. Any ideas you have for videos. If there's anything you want me to talk about. I kind of feel like I'm a little bit more of a seasoned weight loss patient now. And now I will be kind of coaching my own daughter on going through her process. Like I said, she's 21 years old. And so this is stuff that's very fresh in my mind. I'm going back through my old videos to kind of refresh my memory about what I was doing at certain times. Especially now that I know that she's going to be doing the same surgery that I had. I mean, she basically has a blueprint because she could just watch my videos and see what I was doing. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. And I will see you soon. I will really try to do some more videos because I got a lot of ideas. Okay, bye you guys.